What's up? BS Conversations. So, I probably should call this Hair Chronicles because this like the second video I filmed in here while I was doing my hair. I probably should reposition the camera, so let's see if I like it better over here, like almost in my face. However, I want to talk about POF. I just want to talk about POF. And I am not affiliated with them by all means anymore at all. And I do not, I'm not suggesting that you run out and jump on POF. Because let me tell y'all, this is my POF story. And I'm sticking to it. POF. What is POF? So it's a dating site. It's a online dating site. And y'all, look, POF ain't no joke. So don't get on there playing, cause oh baby. Actually met my husband on POF, but first, before I met him, and some of the war stories I heard from him, but those are his war stories, and I will let him tell them. Because, goodness gracious, he lived through them, fortunately. But now he's mine, so we don't have to worry about that. And I'm his, so I don't have to worry about it neither. But what had happened was my cousin, she told my aunt and I about POF one day. And she was like, y'all should get on it. I had just went through not long ago, broke up with my ex, and I pretty much was like, I'm just gonna do me and have fun, enjoy life and have fun. I've been married previously and, in relationships, and I was just tired. I was like, I'm just gonna enjoy life and I'm not gonna focus on settling down, the relationship part of life, basically. And POF, plenty of fish, I was fishing. So my cousin told me about POF, showed us how to get set up. I jumped on. At first, I would just play on it because it was something to do, especially like I was working for myself. And if I was sitting with my client overnight, I would get on there and just play because it was a playground, an adult playground, and the guys were just hilarious, but they kept me company through the night. And I would delete it sometime because the messages would get worsened. But then I would put it back on when I wanted to play. Finally, this one guy, he stayed persistent at it, every day. Good morning, beautiful, and all this stuff. And y'all know us women, we emotional creatures. And those good morning beautifuls and oh my God, this, that, and the third, everything you want to hear was like some jail talk. Y'all know, most of us know what jail talk is. So it was like, golly, this man, he go to work every day, so he claim, and blah, blah, whatever. So I decided, okay, I'm going to go out to eat with him. First date in a long time. But first date on POF, period. So I told my cousin I was going to go on this date. And I felt good about it because I hadn't been on a date in so long. So I told this guy we could meet downtown. He was like, oh, just pick me up, whatever, and blah, blah. I'm like, pick you up? Okay. And I automatically assumed he had a license and everything because he worked for a moving company. So I was like, okay, I'll pick you up. Pick him up. And first, I kind of noticed that he had been drinking already. And I was like, well, it's Friday. It is what it is. So first restaurant we try to go in, he didn't have his ID or something. And because it was later in the evening, you had to have your ID. He ain't had no ID. And I'm like, you're a grown ass man, why you ain't got no ID? So I was like, okay, that's weird. So we were like, well, let's just go downtown. So we go downtown, like to the city market area where you could basically just hang out. And he was like, telling me, he had forgotten his license. Oh, weird. Like on the way, his mom or somebody called, and he was like, yeah, I'm with my wife, and blah, blah, this. And I'm like, wife? I don't even know you. Yeah, we're going to have a baby. And, wait a minute. We ain't having no babies. What, dude, what are you talking about? So then he was telling me, yeah, my car's at my mama's house, and I got a couple DUIs, so, I couldn't drive and all this. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then it set in that he has been drinking, and he drank a lot. So, okay, get downtown. And something he did, he was talking about my toes. I had on sandals, and I'm like, dude, just please, like, all this is a big turn off to me. To each his own. But to me, I was like, no, you're doing too much. Talking about how you going to suck my toes and all this craziness. No, sir. We ain't having no babies. I'm not your wife. I don't even know you. What are you doing? Anyhow, get downtown, and first he tapped my leg, and I was like, it ain't polite to touch people unless you have permission. Like, you don't know me, don't touch me. But I was trying to say it in a nice way. Then he get up and go to the bathroom, and he rubbed me like from one shoulder to the next. Now, we had probably been together like 20 minutes by the end. And when he went to the bathroom, I told the waitress I was leaving. Oh my God. I called my cousin. I'm running back to my car, which is parked in the deck. And I'm thinking, watch this dude pop up at the car before I can even get to it. But get in the car and I pull off. No signs of him. And I come home. I was gone like 35 minutes altogether. I done left this dude downtown. My cousin was like, is he chasing you? It was so funny. I was running to the car. And I was like, that's just, don't keep touching me. Don't touch me. You don't know me. Don't touch me. Unless I tell you, you can touch me. That was it for that. But, we had conversated some and whatever. We conversated while we was riding. And so he called and was like, what happened? And I was so stupid. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just left. He was like, oh, tomorrow when I get off. He said, I caught an Uber home and whatever. He said, tomorrow when I get off, I come to your house, and I know you said you still had some alcohol from some years ago that y'all don't drink, you don't drink, and blah, blah, this. And I'm like, you invite yourself to my house? No, sir. So, after that bull crap, dealing with that drunk, I was like, POF ain't for me. So let me just not. Like, all the guys that I talked to, it would be all this drama. Oh, my baby mama, she tried to take my baby from me. Or, always something. And I'm like, I don't want to hear all these sob stories, which I thought was weird because most guys don't give you sob stories, whatever. So, okay. Anywho, I stayed off for a little while, and then I was like bored again. And I got back on surfing through, fishing, out there fishing. And let me tell you, I have been married before, and I said I was never getting married again. After my last relationship, I was like, I don't even want to be in a relationship. Boom, get back on POF. Who I run across? Bobby. He was like, yeah, I'm a police officer, blah, blah. We talked. Sorry, y'all, that's my dog. We talked for a while. I'm like, he probably a security guard, but okay, he called himself a police officer. His pictures look really nice. He is a buff dude. He look like he take care of himself. Whatever. He claimed he's single. Okay, we'll see. So not a couple weeks after we started talking, one day I was like, now, by then, I was ready to have sex. I ain't even gonna lie. So I was like, look, I've been talking to this guy every day. Let's see what's up. So I said, I'm going to cook whatever you off this weekend. If you want to come down, I'll cook dinner. We can sit and chat. He was like, okay. So he came. And I was thinking. And I told my cousin again. I was like, look, if you don't hear from me in a little while, just reach out to me. And she was like, okay. We had dinner. We talked a long time. And finally, like when I would talk to him before he came, I would always tell him I would give him a massage and blah, blah, this, whatever. And finally I said, I don't normally sit at my townhouse. I normally didn't sit downstairs. So that was kind of like getting on my nerves to be down there. But then I was like, something about if he wanted his massage, he had to come upstairs. He was like, okay. But he already knew because he was there for the same thing. And let me tell you, y'all grown folks that say, oh, I ain't having sex with somebody. And we grown. One of my dogs in heat, so he having a cow. So I'm like, shit, we grown. And I knew what I wanted. He knew what he wanted. And it was what it was. So go upstairs, whatever. The next morning, he was still there. He looked like he was real comfortable. If I could pop the picture in, I would, of him the next morning, sitting up in the middle of the bed. But I got up, cooked breakfast, because that's me. You know, I'm the cooking type. I ain't the type that's going to jump up and be like, hey, you going to take me out to eat and you going to do this, that, and the third. No, I'm going to cook. I'm going to keep my house straight. You know, certain things. I had OCD, so my refrigerator was almost an ABC order. So that was just me. And he said, well, I got to go. It was like Mother's Day weekend. I got to go somewhere with my mama. And I was like, that's just his way to get away. But, you know, cool with me. I got what I wanted. Hopefully you got what you wanted. Bye. But he didn't just leave. You know, yeah, he went. And whatever he did, he went and did. And he came back. Spent the whole weekend together. Y'all, I swear, me and this man talked so much. Like the first few days of actually meeting each other in person, we talked so much the first few days to where I knew that man was my husband. I knew he was the rest of my life. And I would be like, I mean, it was just crazy. We would go places, going down to Tabby Island on dates, downtown Savannah on dates, stuff. He was like, I grew up in Savannah. I don't do this. I love it because I am not from here. But, oh my God, y'all. Like, we wined and dined each other. We went to Atlanta. And going to Atlanta, my plan was to, like, take him to the, the Blue Streak or something, to the strip club. Just to see how he was going to act, if I can deal with this dude. Like, is he completely crazy? Is he going to get drunk and be out of pocket or nothing? But we didn't even go to the strip club. We ate out. We walked around Centennial Park. We walked around, the Underground. We did a whole lot of sightseeing. We stopped and saw one of my high school friends. We went to the aquarium. Lord Jesus, we went to the aquarium. We had fun going to the mall just to people watch. We didn't even go to the strip club. We did go to one club. It was I can't think of the name, but Backyard, something. But anyhow, that club was funny because it was old people. When I say old, it was like people with canes and couldn't hardly walk. But you know, it was a nice club. We had fun. I don't even know if we paid our tab. We were feeling it a little bit. But anyway, after that weekend, I knew for sure this is the man. This is the rest of my life. And as time went on, you know, he told me, he said, I got a lot going on. Give me time if you want to do this. And let me clean up what I got going on. And it's going to be me and you. And I was like, okay, we'll see about that. But this man complimented me in every area that I'm failing or lacking financially. I make good money, but I made real good money. But I spent my money because it was my money. And he is big on saving money. He has saved me from myself of frivolous, unnecessary spending. Now I can buy what I want when I want to, but he'll say, like, what you need that for? What, why? It could be unnecessary, and I needed that. So, Thor, please stop crying. So, man, like, POF. Like, I met my knight in shining armor on POF, and it has been almost 8 years, and it's amazing. We have our ups and downs, but what relationship don't? If somebody say that they are perfect or their relationship is perfect, run quick and don't look back. Like, pay attention to the signs because they are always there. We just sometimes tend to ignore them because we want to enjoy the moment, or we could be stigmatized. I can say that word. You know, sometimes we are caught up in the sex and not paying attention to the things we should be paying attention to. So, will you stop it? Lay down. You okay? So, I'm just saying, you know, when you are dating, just keep your eyes open. And you never know, you know, were we in the ideal situation to be settling down? No, we didn't even plan it, but, you know, it happened. And I'm happy it did. God knew what he was doing. He was like, y'all said y'all would never get married. Both of us. Inseparable. I mean, I would get off work and drive an hour and a half or hour or so to where he lived and worked at just so we could be together when he got off. And same, you know, he would drive back to Savannah sometime. I don't like my hair ain't dry enough or something, but I put too much oil in it. But anyway, he would drive back to Savannah or whatever and get up in the morning and drive back to work. I mean, little things. Oh my God, flowers and cards and just little things. Didn't have to remind him and tell him of anything. You don't have to anyway. I mean, I do because my husband got a bad memory. But oh my God, y'all, I could not believe it. Like, and I used to be afraid to tell people I met my husband on POF. Why are you afraid of that? Why are you afraid? Like, God knew what he was doing. So I met my husband on POF. And yeah, I was fishing and I was fishing. But I met my husband on POF. And it's been amazing. So here we are, almost 8 years later. We have started businesses. We had a cleaning business. We shut it down during COVID because we were at home. But we have multiple businesses. We are now content creators. Dressing up for Halloween is a thing for us. We go on dates, you know. We take care of each other, and it's beautiful. Who in a million years think they will meet somebody on POF that they could jive with like that? We were great together. We are great together. It's just been amazing. We have a business now together still that is successful, very successful, you know, and every business have its ups and downs. And I try to tell my husband all the time, no matter what we go through in life, we still here. God give us another day to get it together. We got another day to get it together. But even though we went through some stuff with our business that was crazy. It cost us a lot of money, but we are blessed. We are blessed to be able to afford to do what we had to do. and still keep our head up, you know. It's stressful to him because he the money man. But to me, I'm like, hey, we are good. We are okay. So we work great together. We complement each other. You know, we fill each other's shoes in those weak spots. And to me, that is very important. He is the protector and the provider. And, you know, I'm that nourisher and emotional one. So sorry about that, y'all. So that's my story about POF. If you decide to try it, just be careful and always tell somebody what you are doing and who you with, where y'all going. You know, always have a security blanket behind you, but I'm not telling you to go and use it. So on to the next conversation, y'all. I just wanted to get that little POF story out the way because I got my knight in shining armor, and hopefully you have yours too and don't have to go fishing for on plenty of fish because there's some bullshit on there. But I'm just saying. So don't forget to subscribe if you are not subscribed. We love to have you here, and I'll catch you in tomorrow's conversation.